Initially, when you are spiritually awakened, you may have this strong desire to help others to wake up too. You have been through the same human conditioning, and you understand the struggles that the people around you are facing. And now that you have seen the light, know how wonderful the spiritual realm can be, you may want to share it with others too, and help them do the same. But I don't know about you, I often find that this doesn't work. You can't force someone to awaken. Awakening is a very individual and personal journey. When someone is not ready to be awakened, even if the other person is open to hearing what you have to say, your words may not get through them. Even if you give them the best spiritual books in the world, they will still not resonate with them or fully understand the message in the books. Like before my initial spiritual awakening, my friends recommended me authors like Eckhart Tolle and Wayne Dyer. I watched Eckhart Tolle's interview on the Oprah show, and I'm like, okay, but I didn't have the interest to read his books. The spirituality and religion section is a part of the library that I didn't venture into before spiritual awakening. However, once I was spiritually awakened, the first two books I read was The Shift from Wayne Dyer and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I could resonate completely with what they say in the books, especially for the introduction of the book The Power of Now. This realization that there were two of me, one who wants to die and another one who wants to live, is exactly what I have experienced when I was spiritually awakened. After my own spiritual experience, I can now understand what these spiritual authors are trying to convey in their books, and I started reading more of them. Words don't really teach a person. You cannot convince someone or persuade someone to be spiritually awakened with your words. The best teacher in the world is your direct experience with spirituality. If they don't have their own experience with spirituality, no matter how hard you try, they may not resonate with what you say. The mind will find it challenging to grasp the concept of spiritual awakening because spiritual awakening is not a mental concept. You can share a spiritual message with another person, but what truly resonates with the message is the soul, not the mind. If the other person is not even aware of the existence of their soul or is disconnected from it, then they won't get you. For example, if someone is chasing success and material wealth, and here you are, not really wealthy, maybe even a little broke, and you try to convince them to be like you, they may think that, are you crazy? Like, they're going to think that you're nuts. It's not very convincing to the human mind. It won't make any logical sense to them. The only way to influence someone is through your vibration, not through your words. When you are in a high vibe or you are connected with your spirit, people who are ready to be spiritually awakened will come to you. You don't have to force your spiritual belief on other people. Like for this YouTube channel, I didn't post it on social media or tell my friends about it. I didn't do much marketing on it because I know not all of my friends, not all of them are ready for the next stage of growth. I just set the intention and let YouTube and the universe do the work in bringing the people who need to hear the message to the video, to the channel. My job is not even to awaken others. I'm not here to teach anything that you don't already know. All I'm doing is just sharing my experiences and allowing my message to resonate with the part of you, your soul, that does know. You already have all the answer within. People who share the same frequency with my message will come, and those who don't will bounce away. They may come back at a later stage of life when their frequency is aligned with the message, or they will go to other creators who they share a better resonance with. There isn't one path to spirituality. There are many different paths that leads to the same thing. We have to be careful not to fall into this trap of the spiritual ego. When we adopt this new identity of highly spiritual person, we may think that we know more than other people, or we are more superior than others, or we know something that they don't, or they have to do what we do, otherwise they won't be spiritually awakened or enlightened. Just because your path leads you to spiritual awakening doesn't mean that when other people do the same thing or take the same path, it will lead them to spiritual awakening. Everyone is different. They will have their own discovery, their own path, and their own timing of when they will be spiritually awakened. So don't take away the fun of discovering it for themselves. And the thing is, not everyone of us will be spiritually awakened this lifetime. Some people would rather be in their pain and suffering rather than transcending them because it feels more comfortable and more familiar to them. And when an individual experiences spiritual awakening, sometimes they go through this purging process. They see some of the ways that they have behaved previously, and that may brings out some feelings of shame or guilt, and not everyone wants to go there. There's nothing you can do about this. When other people are not ready for transformation, they are just not ready. You can't force them to be spiritually awakened. And it's actually not advisable to do so because you don't want to be the one to pull the vegetable or the flower up from the soil before they blossom or before they are ready to be harvested. It will actually bring them more harm than good. But having said this, it's not that you cannot share about your spiritual experiences or what has helped you, like how my friends share with me the spiritual authors. You just don't be too attached to the outcome. Just share it in a light-hearted manner. If the person has interest, great. But if the other person doesn't, then don't push it. It will be much easier on you and on another person. If you are on the receiving end, somebody is forcing their spiritual belief on you, or trying to help you spiritually awake, or giving you unsolicited advice, know that the opposite is true. If you can't force someone to be spiritually awakened, they also can't force you to. Last time, I would feel triggered whenever people share with me their spiritual belief or ask me to join their religion. The reason why we feel triggered is because our ego feel attacked. We feel a need to defend our position or our belief system. Or we may think that the other person is trying to control us, to control our belief, and we have to do what they tell us to do. Nowadays, I would just say that I'm not interested. I'll just move away or ignore what they say if it doesn't resonate with my spirit or my intuition. And I won't engage with their spiritual ego or make their spiritual ego my enemy because I know no matter what they say, nothing is going to change. The other party doesn't have the ability to control how I feel or how I think or what I believe to be true. They are just wasting their time trying to convince me. In the end, they are entitled to their own belief system, just like how I am entitled to my own belief system. If you are spiritually awakened and your family isn't, there may be some conflict. Watch this next video to learn how to navigate this.